The end of the 50s brought more provocative, gritty, and significant films in the US as a way to make a statement in the patriarchal, corrupt, and sexist country. Only a handful of actresses had the opportunity and really the talent and strength to play intense and robust characters in such films. With the explosion of coquettish, fake fragile actresses like Marilyn Monroe and even Grace Kelly with her angel-like image, some actresses refused to follow this trend and went their own way. Just as Joanne Woodward won an Oscar for such a layered role the year before, so did Susan Hayward for a gritty role in an equally influential film. Susan Hayward, a native Brooklynite, started her career as a pin-up model. George Cukor and David O. Selznick, who were looking to cast the role of Scarlett O'Hara for Gone with the Wind, spotted Hayward's pin-up images in a magazine. They called out the redhead to Hollywood to screen test for this role. The 20-year-old Susan had a feeling of hope and ambition instilled in her after this invitation to audition for a film and pursue Hollywood. Although Vivien Leigh was cast instead, Hayward was told to go back to New York, but she refused and refunded her return ticket. This one decision changed her life. Her lack of training, strong Brooklyn accent, and subtle limp made her work even harder and pay her dues before securing something concrete in Hollywood. She signed with Warner Brothers and then moved to 20th Century Fox. People saw lots of potential in Hayward to a point where she was compared to a youthful Bette Davis. Hayward did not want to play bimbos, ingenues, or roles that were there to back the male counterparts. Throughout the 40s, she carved her career in films such as Hollywood Hotel, which was her debut, Beau Geste, Among the Living, Reap the Wild Wind, and The Forest Ranger, to name a few. 1947 brought Hayward her first Oscar nomination for her role in Smash Up, The Story of a Woman. In 1949, she was nominated again for My Foolish Heart. Her third nomination was in 1952 for With a Song in My Heart. Susan was now in her 30s. She was getting taken seriously as an actress and had the power to choose the roles she deemed worthy. This reputation as a professional and individual woman was valuable to Hayward's appeal in Hollywood. She was nominated the fourth time in 1955 for I'll Cry Tomorrow. It was not long until Susan Hayward was able to carry that golden statue home. In 1958, she appeared in her most influential role in the film I Want to Live, a female-driven film about a woman doomed to the death sentence. It was the first film to depict a complete execution on the screen. It was real, raw, and disturbing compared to the unusual films at that time. The gripping film, led by Hayward's incredible performance, was celebrated. The long-awaited Oscar was the cherry on the cake in 1959. The road to this moment was long, but worth it for Hayward. Susan Hayward's filmography narrowed to one film a year, and by 1972 she appeared in her final film called The Revengers. 3 years later, she passed away from brain cancer. Her whole life, she competed with other actresses for various roles and awards, and the Oscars seemed to be something she desired, and rightfully so. It's as if when she finally got it, she could relax. She said, "My life is fair game for anybody. I spent an unhappy, penniless childhood in Brooklyn. I had to slug my way up in a town called Hollywood where people love to trample you to death. I don't relax because I don't know how to. I don't want to know how. Life is too short to relax." Susan Hayward should be considered one of the greatest actresses of the 50s. She was unique as an individual and as a performer, and she was beautiful and striking on top of that. And that is something that will be timeless.